What's going on out here?
It's a podcast with the legendary, world-famous, crazy Floridian. Oh my God, it's Wicks. How's it going, Wicks?
It's going pretty good. How y'all
I'm doing great. I'm Bill, and this is my co-host Sandra.
Hey, everybody.
And this is a very special episode. And if you're just now finding the show off of this episode, welcome. And been looking forward to this one for a while. So if you're watching this, you obviously know who Wicks is. So I'm just gonna turn it over to you. Tell us about what gave you the idea for this bit that you do.
in 2020 during like the pandemic, my daughter actually created my TikTok account. And I kind of was just on there watching, and one day I just made a video about Florida's sun beating me up, and then it just kind of took off from there.
That's awesome. I drive a truck for a living. I just in Florida, and I'm pretty sure that I can have the same opinion of transplants and tourists that you do.
Oh yeah.
Especially when it comes to them driving or lack thereof.
It's rough. It's rough.
Yeah.
Got snowbird season.
Oh yeah.
As I say, the Florida seasons, we have hurricane season, love bug season, tourist season or snowbird season, and then summer.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Big summer.
So there's a story that I heard about. I know you know the story. If you know I know the specifics of it, but I'd be willing to bet that you probably know the details about what actually happened. Talking about a couple years ago when it got cold down there in Miami, all the iguanas fell out of the trees, and this one idiot went and tried picking them up.
Yeah. So I actually made a remake of the video because I don't know. I just had to do it because I thought it was funny. Not that he crashed, because he ended up crashing, but the fact that he decided to do this, not knowing that they do, like they aren't dead, and for some reason people think they're dead. Like they assume that when they see these iguanas laid out that they're dead, and they instantly want to like go pick them up because you get paid for removal, but you have to be certified to do so. But I guess he just scooped a lot of them up and put them in his car, and once they start warming back up, they got up and started going crazy in his car.
They were not happy.
No, not at all.
You wouldn't be happy if you woke up in a strange person's car, right?
Right.
We talk about that all the time, don't we?
You have a point.
Like you're freezing, you just go out. You just go out because you're freezing. You pass out. You wake up in somebody's car. You're just gonna go crazy. Like, how did I get here?
Yeah. Well, those iguanas. I mean, it blows my mind sometimes because you see them all the way all the way up and down the turnpike and everything, and it blows my mind when I see like a 6-footer splattered. It's like a 6-footer's got to be pretty old. You'd think that he would have known by now to survive that long only to get taken out by a car.
Right. You did everything else.
Are the most I don't think they're the most intelligent. I mean, like, let's not give them too much credit for being the most intelligent species. I think.
There you go.
Same thing with the gators.
Yeah,
gators are cool.
I like gators.
Love our gators.
I love gators. I was just telling Bill right before you came on that there's a retention pond right by a playground in our community. We were driving by. And there was a big ass gator there the other day. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
not one of the 4 feet, 5 feet. No, this was a big boy. I mean, he was a good 8, 9 feet, and he's
Oh
just
yeah.
sitting there staring at that playground. And I'm going, he is waiting for
He's
a
hungry.
snack.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
People taking their kids there, like, oh, their little
Gotta watch him.
dogs.
Gotta watch it. Yeah, I think that's what they're waiting on, like the small, because they know somebody is gonna walk their small dog by that little retention pond. Like they know, so they just wait.
Yeah, but I love that video that came out a little while ago about the that looked about maybe a 5 or 6 foot alligator dragging like a 15-foot python through the water.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's been happening more, which is crazy because it's normally the other way around. The pythons normally, win, I guess, versus the alligators, which is why they've been trying to get rid of the pythons because they've been taking out most of the alligators. But I've been seeing more and more videos of alligators winning. So
That's a good thing.
yeah, I know, right?
And there's another species that has gotten in on the fight too. The water moccasins.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they found they found one that had gotten killed, and it looked like it had eaten.
Oh
And when they
wow.
cut when they because it had a big lump in it, they're like, well, what was this thing eating? So they opened it up and found baby Burmese pythons in its stomach.
That is well. There you go. All right. Florida's fighting back.
Yep.
Florida is just America's Australia.
Yeah,
That-
exactly.
Yeah, but if the water moccasins are doing it, I'm pretty sure it's going to just a matter of time before the king snakes start doing it too.
I know,
I mean,
right?
king snakes eat snakes already, so
Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean, it wouldn't be
yeah.
that big of a stretch of imagination for a king snake to get in on the action.
We gonna see. I'm thinking the otters might get in at some
Hmm.
point. Um, we got some animals down there that may get in on this, so
Yeah,
we're gonna see how it go.
they're like enough is enough.
Right?
I've just had it with all these goddamn snakes in this goddamn swamp.
Right?
Well, now there's monkeys in Hillsborough County.
Oh
I
yeah,
just saw like a headline about like now there's monkeys. And I'm like, okay, we have alligators and pythons and water moccasins and iguanas and now monkeys. And then for a while back there was capybaras, like
yeah.
in
We
the
have.
northern part of the state.
They
I'm like,
still have them. It's like a
capybaras? Like
yes. It's a small
giant
community.
guinea pig?
Yeah, it's a small community. We have those. We have nutria, and we have some other rat. It's like the biggest rat. We have that. It's mostly in the Keys, though. I recently found this out. Normally I just go on live and somebody will be like, we have this, and then I got to go research. So, and I'll find out. Like even the monkeys, we have like 3 different species of monkeys in
Yeah,
Florida, and they're just
up in
wild.
Silver Springs.
They're not
And in
native.
Fort
They're
Lauderdale,
just around.
and yeah, they've been
Uh,
just all over Florida. They just do their thing.
You know,
So
I want to set the record straight right now for people. People love to go on these Python stories. If people would stop turning their pets loose when they can't handle, that's not what happened. That is not
yeah,
what happened. It probably does happen, but it was Hurricane Andrew. It smashed a breeding facility that was in the Everglades, and they all got loose and were fruitful and multiplied.
yeah, and they multiply fast, and
Yeah, they do.
it's and
Because if people
yeah,
were just
uh,
turning them loose, then you'd be seeing different types, different color morphs. You'd see albinos. You'd see different breeds as well.
yeah,
Yeah. But all
yeah,
you're seeing is
uh,
just a standard Burmese python, and that's what
yep,
that guy
and those
was.
females have like what 60 to 100 eggs in them. I mean, they're
yeah,
just laying. And when nothing, I mean, and nothing eats them. I mean, the
yeah,
gators might, but they're top of the food chain, so they're just running rampant.
yeah. And they just
Crazy.
reproduce like crazy. So yeah, it's been wild, but like I said, a lot of people, like you said, do think that it's all because people are just going to let their pets go, and it's like nah. Yeah, but a lot of
Mm-mm.
people don't even know how bad Hurricane Andrew was. Like I'll tell them like I'll be talking about hurricanes and they'll be like Charlie, and I'm like I'm in Southwest Florida, born and raised, and I went through Charlie, and I can tell you, Hurricane Andrew, even on my side, was worse than a direct hit from Hurricane Charlie. Like Hurricane Andrew was wild.
it was a smaller hurricane. So those smaller hurricanes
Compact.
are more developed and stronger.
Yeah.
Pack a hell of a much bigger punch than the big huge hurricanes like Milton.
Yeah. Yeah. And Andrew was a category 5. I think it was one of the few category 5s that actually made landfall. And I was trying to tell people that even during Milton, because Milton got up to a 5, but then it went back down to like a 3 before it hit
Yeah.
land. And I was trying to tell them, like, no, Andrew actually hit land at a 5. Like, it hit land at a 5. So it was a
It
crazy storm.
maintained a good 5 for a while. Like, it wasn't
Yeah.
just it hit land and then it dry. I mean, it maintained a lot of
Yeah.
its momentum and then just tore through.
Yeah.
It was
That's,
it did something really weird that hurricanes don't normally do, because it was heading directly for Cocoa Beach. And then at the
yeah.
last possible moment it beelined south.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. It was a wild storm. And I try to even explain this to people that haven't been around, or a lot of people that aren't from Florida, they came during, like, a lot of them came during like 2004, where we had the Charlie and all of those storms. So they don't really know about the Andrew before that. And I was like, no, Andrew was, if y'all think these are bad, y'all wouldn't have made
Yeah.
it through Andrew. Andrew was
No.
different. Andrew is the reason why Florida is built the way that it's built now.
Mhm.
So crazy times.
So you recently went on a python hunt?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
How many did you get?
2. I
Two?
got 2. Well, our group caught 3 altogether, but I caught 2. So I caught like a 3 or 4 footer, and then I caught like a 8 or 9 footer. So wasn't the 15, the 16 footer, or the 20 footer, but it was pretty big, especially for my first time. So
Yeah,
it
I'd
was
like to go down there and do that at some point,
That
but
does sound big for your first time.
yeah, it was a lot of fun. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw it, I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do this. I think I'm gonna pass. Like, I think I'm in over my head. And they were like, no, you got this. And I'm like, all right, y'all got more faith in me than I got in myself. Let's see how this is gonna go.
well,
But I
basically,
did it, and I'm going back. So
oh, nice. I mean, basically, all you have to do is distract them and then grab them.
yeah, yeah. Just once, like, and I go with the people that I went. I went with Python Cowboy and Captain Mike, with Epic Airboat Tours, and they do it for a living. Like, they take people for a living. They take you on a hunt, so they kind of know how to coach people that's never done it before. Um, they'll distract it for you, or they'll just let you go get it. But this one that I had was very angry, so they were like, "Just, you got it." Like, then they kind of distracted it a little bit for me, and I went in and grabbed it. So, but next time I
Like,
got to
go
do it the
grab
whole
that
thing by
snake.
myself. Yeah.
When you say it like that, it just sounds like maybe you shouldn't do that. Just like, go ahead. We'll be over here. We'll make it
Yeah.
distracted. You grab it. Grab that snake.
Just go ahead and grab it. We're gonna just it's not gonna look at you. You just come up behind it and grab it. And then I went
It's
up
gonna
on it,
be
and it
really
just,
pissed off.
yeah, it turned around and saw me trying to grab it. It was like, oh, that you the one I want. So then it started chasing me. So that was a whole thing. So, but it was a good, like, I would do it again. Like, now that I kind of know um,
You want to get a
how
big one.
they move, yeah, I want to try like a 15 footer. I think is what I'm gonna aim for.
Cobra's next, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. The one I need with 2 hands. I need to grab it with 2 hands and just hold on and just let it do what it do. So
And there's, I mean, we talked about the pythons and the iguanas. There's another invasive species that's messing things up, but that's lionfish.
oh yeah, those things, yeah. They say they
Apparently,
taste good though.
yeah, I want to try it, but I'm afraid to.
Yeah. One of my friends, she said her dad he was a chef and he used to cook them. And she said it tastes really good. And I was like, huh, so why are there still so many if they taste so good and people, you can eat them?
They
But
apparently
people, they go down and take
breed.
them out by I watched one guy catch like 19 of them in one area. He just took them
Damn.
all down. And I was like, that is wild. But those and the snakehead fish, they say they
Oh
taste good,
yeah,
but they're
yeah. We don't.
everywhere. Those things are mean.
Yeah, we need to get rid of those. Those are probably those and the pythons are probably the two worst invasive
Yeah,
that we have.
because they breed and they spread quick and they take out everything. Like I was watching a documentary on the snakehead fish, and I didn't know that they were that aggressive, but they take out everything in the area. So I'm like,
And they can go on
all right.
land too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
As long as they don't
what
dry
can
out, you know.
yeah, like what can you really do against it? You know, they're like it's the ultimate fish. So,
At
but
least
yeah,
they
no, we
can't walk,
gotta.
though. I mean, so
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, like the walking catfish.
Yeah.
It's a crazy fish.
that's what I saw a meme recently about sharks, and it said, a shark could probably outswim me, but then again, I could probably outrun a shark. So in a triathlon, it would come down to who was the better bicyclist.
There you go. That is funny. I'm gonna go swim with sharks too. That's on my list. Swimming with sharks.
No
I love
thanks.
sharks.
I love them from a
Sharks are
distance.
so good. Oh,
That's
but
me
you
with
can go to like
dolphins.
Disney
Yeah.
or Discovery Cove or something and swim with the sharks there. And
Yeah,
they're in the tanks, and they're well fed. So
yeah. No, I'm going in the
you
wild. There's a company.
Mm.
It's called like Florida Shark Diving, and they just take
Oh,
people out,
nice.
and they just take people and start like letting you dive with sharks. But they have like an option for a cage as well. I'm not. Well, everybody talked me into the cage. I wasn't doing the cage, but everybody was like, "We need you around, so get in the cage." And I was like, "Whatever." But
Well, you're not
it's
swimming with great whites, right? It's probably like
no,
nurse sharks, lemon sharks, or something like
yeah,
some
it's not even bull sharks. I don't think
like reef tip shark or something. Like,
it's not the
yeah,
crazy ones. It's
it's
not
not
the
like the
crazy ones.
man-eating sharks. It's not like, okay, get in
Yeah,
the water. There's got some tiger sharks here for you. Like,
yeah. I know from what I researched, I think bull sharks are responsible for most of the attacks. But
Yeah.
like I don't think we're swimming with those. I hope we're not, but we'll see. We'll see.
they'll tell you after you get in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
What kind of
don't
shark
worry,
is
man.
that? That's a bull shark, but you're okay. Just go out there.
If I'm in the water, yeah, I don't have to be faster than the shark. I have to be faster than the person behind me.
Hey, there you go. And I can't swim, so
What?
this is all like I'm the one that's gonna get taken out. Well, it's gonna have to fight
What?
to the end. So
You're just sitting there like, why does my dive suit say chum on the
right.
back of it?
Oh damn!
Right.
That was a good one, Sandra. Oh man.
I haven't been saying no to a lot, so I've been having fun. So I've been having fun.
So I got a couple random Florida man stories for you. I want to bounce off of you and get your get your thoughts on them.
Okay.
A Florida man was arrested in Clearwater during rush hour traffic, and you take a guess why.
It's Florida, so it could be anything. Like it could be. I mean, we went from. I don't even know where to go because it could be animal related. It could be Florida, like Florida man related.
Could
Like
be
he could
driving naked.
yeah, like it could be anything. Like
The
that,
funny
the one
thing
lady
is,
that threw the rubber snake at the police officers trying to get away. Like it could be anything. We're in Florida, so
well, he was pooping on a dead possum.
see, you see what I mean?
Yeah.
How do you guess that that's gonna happen? Like,
Yeah, but
I was
you
going to guess that next.
but you said animal
I was
related.
gonna say
and it's-
raccoon. So
You said animal related, and Sandra said something about traffic. So you guys were both close.
see what I mean? You just never know. It's Florida. It could go anywhere. Like,
he was observed defecating on the deceased possum with his pants lowered and his anal region exposed. Police actually witnessed 45-year-old Robert Wilcox while he was taking his dump on the dead marsupial. The report also stated that he did this during rush hour traffic and was in plain sight of everybody.
Imagine writing up the report for that.
how do I word this? Just say what happened. Well, are you sure? Pretty sure I seen him do it. There's
Did
video.
they say defecating?
Just right on the side of the road. First of all, if he was just doing it on the side of the road, that would be wild in itself, right? During 5 o'clock, during rush hour traffic. But the fact that there's a dead possum, like, what did possums do to him? Like, I gotta know, what is his real beef with possums? Because I think that's the real story here.
Probably meth.
Definitely.
Just say.
The report states that physical evidence was viewed at the scene, which also corroborates the allegations alleged. It's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it.
The physical evidence.
He was charged.
Examine it. What was the consistency, size?
Is this fresh? Like, there's just multiple people out there. Well, you never know. It might be multiple people out there with possum beef. So we don't.
He was charged with exposure of sexual organs and booked on a $150 bond. $150? That's
it. I'm gonna go shit on a possum.
They should have left him in there. He should have stayed in there. That's you don't really want him out. Like, the possum community is not safe with him out, so he might want to leave him
Neither
in
are the
there.
ones in the jail cell with him, and they're like,
he's sitting there in the holding cell, and this really big, scary looking
"What are
dude
you in
says,
for?"
"What are you in here for? I killed 6 people." And he's like, "I took a shit on a possum. Oh, I'm staying the hell away from you."
Yeah, you leave that guy alone. Like,
Yeah.
you like, I don't want to be locked. You know what? Just move me. I don't want to be locked up with this one. I'll take the killer. I'll take the killer over there. I don't want to be locked up with this guy.
Let's see. Murderer, arsonist, shit on possum. Oh
boy.
2-1 for your cellmate.
Give me them over there. Give me those two. Matter of fact, I'll take both of them mixed together. Take me over there. I don't want the possum guy.
Oh God. Oh, here's another one. DeSoto County. Florida man should have thought twice before making his booty patrol truck look like a law enforcement vehicle.
I saw that one. That one was good.
Yeah.
That one was good.
Just last week, we already had another Florida man in a Buccaneers jersey arrested for impersonating police officer and pulled over cars. Yesterday, there was another story of a Tampa man cited for a second time of impersonating Florida Highway Patrol.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Is that Jeremy DeWitt?
Doesn't have his name.
Oh man, y'all don't know about the Jeremy DeWitt saga in Tampa, Orlando?
No.
Oh man, okay. Now listen. The Jeremy DeWitt is like a rabbit hole that you will never stop going down. He's in Tampa, Orlando area, and he is like the legend for impersonating a cop. Like I think he's in jail right now for impersonating a cop. I believe so. But go ahead. I'm sorry. I just had to ask because this guy.
That's crazy. I mean, I'm gonna have to go down that rabbit hole.
I went down there for
look up now.
It was on YouTube. It's a whole series on YouTube, and I couldn't stop watching it. And I thought it was something that happened in the past, but I didn't know it was currently happening at that time. It was like 2021-ish, and it was like currently being updated. I had to look at it and be like, no, this is fresh. So it was like fresh episodes every week. It was like a whole TV show. It's great. Jeremy DeWitt.
But this guy, he painted the word booty patrol on the sides of his the sides of his truck, and then he also, this is more reminiscent of the Florida man story where the Florida man had written "I.e. ass" on his bumper.
Well,
That's
not a good thing to have on your car if you're going to be arrested.
Right.
That kind of depends. It depends on the officer. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah, man, yeah. That sounds very Florida. That sounds very Florida to me.
Oh man.
That is
You know what's so funny is I have seen I saw one recently, probably about, oh my God, less than a month ago, that said "I eat ass" on the back, and I'm like, why is it people in Florida feel they need to advertise that they do this on their cars? Like, what,
there's no
like, of
secrets.
all
It's
things you
just
could put on the back of your car, like, proud parent of an honor student,
honor student. No, no, no. We
you
gonna
know, like, I love my rescue dog. I eat ass.
right. Just put your
Like, of all
Instagram
the choices.
handle or something. Just that they go straight forward. Like I'm just letting you know what I'm here for. This is what I do. So
Every now and then, Florida men try to invade other states.
oh yeah.
Um, and then this Florida man went all the way to Texas. He was a truck driver, and he led authorities through 4 counties before they had to shoot his tires out. It started in Montgomery County when a Patton Village police unit responded to a call around 2 a.m. about an 18-wheeler driving erratically and swaying on the highway. Montgomery deputies assisted as the chase moved on into Harris and Fort Bend County. According to the authorities, the suspect was forced to stop in Fort Bend County, a Texas neighborhood. He had 2 loaded magazines and a gun holster without a gun in his semi-truck.
Did y'all see the video of that?
I didn't see one. All these
Oh.
stories came off of FloridaMan.com.
Y'all have to see that. I seen the video of that because the reason why I see all these things because people send it to me. As soon as it says Florida anything, it's getting sent to me, and I saw this, and I was gonna make a video of it, but I had to do something different, and I'm still trying to figure it out. But the video, he's in a semi truck and he's just riding, and there's a bunch of police officers like they're behind him. He's in the truck and he's going. He's not stopping. It was a crazy situation, and I was like, "Yep, this is what happened when Florida goes to other states. We definitely take our Florida mentality with us, and we do Florida things, and we're gonna make the news at some point." So,
Yeah,
it was a crazy situation. I saw the video. It's out there. If I find it, I'm gonna send it to y'all.
Sweet.
It's a It was a crazy situation. I think he was on like the highway as well, so it made it even crazier because it's like all these cars and he's just in a semi truck and he's not stopping.
Like the Terminator behind you with the semi truck just blast.
like OJ Simpson on meth.
Right? Oh yeah.
Which is very Florida sounding.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I ain't gonna lie.
Man.
I followed OJ Simpson on Twitter. He was a good follow.
For real?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was always posting funny stuff.
Didn't he move to Florida after he got out? Like the last time he moved to Florida, I want to
Yeah.
see like
I think
people
he
were
was-
taking pictures with him
I
in
think he was-
Naples. And of course, I got those pictures. But people were it's crazy. Like it's crazy.
I wonder what he was posting, like how easy it is to hide a body in the Everglades or something. Like what was he posting on his Instagram? It was such a good follow. I don't know.
I'm drawing a complete blank right now. I mean, as soon as we get done, I'll be able to remember what he did. But he,
Right, that's
like
how
examples
it
of what he posts. But he was posting crazy stuff. I mean, I live in Lakeland, and
Okay.
just right off just a couple or last year, I come out of my neighborhood. I take a right onto the main road. And I'm going down there to get vape juice. And I just happened to look in my rear view, and I see all sorts of police cars and everything at the railroad track. I'm like, okay, what the hell's going on here? What's going on out here?
Got your flip phone.
I still, yeah, right. I still didn't think anything of it, but I come back and it's still there. I'm like, what the hell? So, it turned out there was this guy who was trying to, he was trying to steal copper, and he climbed up on the crossing gate and was like, like in the middle of it over the street.
Oh wow.
and he was up there for like 8 hours.
What?
Wow.
That is dedication. That is dedication.
8 hours. Like, you got to come down sometime, dude.
or
Just-
does he? Because 8 hours, I knew I would have gave up by then. 8 hours, like after hour 4, I'm like, all right, bro, like we
You've
gotta
earned
do
your
something. I've been here all
earned your
day.
escape.
It's like,
Oh
you
my
don't
God.
understand, officer. I'm constipated and there was a possum up here.
Right? I'm just waiting on a possum to pass by.
There's some tracks, so one might die soon. Just give me a minute.
Oh, man.
8 hours?
8 hours. That
That's a
story
long
made
time.
national news, too.
It-
Because when I finally...
we normally do, so
Yeah.
we
I
normally
mean,
do.
I found it. I found it on a Chicago news station, I think.
Oh, was it? Okay, was it Q101 or something?
I don't remember. This
See,
was
there used to be some really funny Chicago news stations because that's my family's Chicago area,
Oh yeah.
born, raised. So there's some funny Chicago news stations, but I don't know if any ever remember like there was the guy Man Cow.
I remember Mancow.
You remember Man Cow?
Yeah,
He was out of Chicago for a hot minute.
he was the precursor to Howard Stern.
Yeah.
Mm, okay.
Hell, we're gonna find out how they celebrate Halloween in Key West.
Okay, hold on. Shitting in pumpkins.
Mm, no,
I
Oh,
mean,
I'm so
let's see.
he was celebrating the holiday and he couldn't keep himself out of trouble. He was dressed as a banana, but decided to whip out his little banana.
Of course, it's Key West. It's Key West. I think you know what I think happened. So he thought that it was Fantasy Fest, but he had his dates mixed up. So he was celebrating something totally different. He was like, "Oh, it's Halloween." I thought Fantasy Fest because I've saw pictures and videos of Fantasy Fest. I don't know if y'all see those, but
I'm
I
not
have
sure I want
not,
to.
but now there's so much I'm gonna have to look at after this.
I know I'm telling you, like Fantasy Fest. Even before I got online, I was getting because I had a friend back in like 2015, 2016, one of those. And they were like, we should go to Key West. And I'm like, for what? It was like Fantasy Fest. And I'm like, what is that? And back then, I think I only had like Facebook and Instagram was just pictures. But they were like showing me pictures and stuff from Fantasy Fest. And I'm like, this is kind of wild. Like, it's just look up Fantasy Fest. Let's just say that costume would have worked for Fantasy Fest. The whole thing.
Or was he like trick or treating in like what is it, Paradise Lakes or something like that?
Well, there you go. There you go. There you go.
If you know, you know.
I was listening to this other podcast about it was the detective. She was doing she was investigating this or not a detective, a private investigator. She was investigating this guy who was supposedly cheating on his wife or whatever. Wound up going into that nudist camp over there west of Orlando.
Oh. I heard about that.
She was not expecting that.
Well, it's Florida. You kind of got to expect anything. You don't know. You could go around the corner and it could be anything. You just got to prepare for everything all at once.
Yeah.
A guy with a dead
Especially
possum.
in Florida.
Right? You just don't know what's going to happen.
It's very, very Florida, man. Oh, well, and then thinking about opossums, I think it was a while ago, but I saw a man. Now he looked disheveled, almost like he might have been homeless, but he had a raccoon on a leash with a harness on it, and he's just walking along with a rat. I'm like, okay, you are definitely a Florida man. I don't know if you're a homeless guy with your pet raccoon, but that is so niche
It works.
to Florida.
Raccoons are cool. I like them.
What's crazy is
Or
I have a friend that have a pet raccoon. Like
oh,
it's so
Yeah,
weird. They have like a pet the raccoon is cool though. Like the raccoon is pretty cool. But yeah, they
they're
have pet
cute.
raccoons are a real thing in Florida.
well,
I didn't know.
the Easter Surf Fest over in Cocoa Beach. That's the that's like the event where everybody with a weird pet brings it, like snakes, boas, pythons,
Oh yeah.
raccoons. Well, this guy, this is years ago. This guy had a little baby raccoon. At the time, I had hair about as long as yours, Wicks, and this little raccoon. I asked if it could hold it. It climbs up onto my shoulder and starts playing with my hair. The little guy literally braided it,
For
like
real?
three clumps braided, and I pulled on it a little bit, and it made a legit braid. I was like,
That
holy
is
crap.
wild.
And I got to thinking that Disney movie Pocahontas, there's that little scene where the raccoon is braiding her hair.
Oh
Like
yeah.
that might be based in reality.
There you go. They just got a Florida raccoon and was like, hey, we're gonna just put the Florida raccoon in this movie and that's what it's gonna be.
That's right. It
But
could be the Seminoles, but I mean, Pocahontas was not a Seminole. But hey,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
you know what?
she was
Maybe they did.
I think she was
They
I
just
think she was
mixed a few
Creek,
things
wasn't she?
together.
I think she was a
Huh?
Creek. Pocahontas.
Powhatan? Like Powhatan was what was oh god. I can't remember what she was. Now I gotta
I thought
look
she
up
was
like what tribe
Creek,
or Sioux? Was she Sioux or something? I don't know.
maybe.
I
But
gotta look it up now. 'Cause,
but apparently our banana guy. This was a combat banana.
I was right. Powhatan. She was Powhatan.
Oh, okay. I thought Powhatan was her
That's right the
dad's
first time.
name. Uh,
Yeah.
um, the original responding officer was able to grab the banana-dressed urinator as he continued to resist and pulled away. Key West police weren't about to let him slip away again. At this point, the police officer utilized a leg sweep and took Banana Man down. He continued to resist arrest, and he was cuffed by lacing his fingers together. So this banana fought.
While
I
still
mean,
peeing
Well, I would
the
assume
whole
that he's
time.
done.
so the story started off crazy, right? And the
Yeah.
more you went into it, it got crazier because the leg sweep is crazy. Could you imagine a police officer out there leg sweeping a banana? You're just watching this go down, and he's
Especially if
urinating
he's
at the same.
peeing, and he's
Right?
urinating, and it's like the stream is going up. The officer's like, God,
It's in my mouth. Like, everybody's going crazy. It's a whole situation. So
They
it
need to
started
put
off crazy, and it got crazier, which is normally how Florida stories go. So I'm with it.
they need to take take that guy and make a character in the next Street Fighter game that they come out
Exactly.
with.
That's his special
Banana
move.
pisser. See, like now finish him. You gotta whip it out. You gotta piss on your opponent.
Pudding time.
Oh man, that is
Oh,
hilarious. Oh, that
Okay,
is-
we
wow.
this might be the best one. We've had a guy taking a dump on a possum. Speaking of Disney, a Florida man let it go all over a stuffed toy in a Pinellas Target. God,
No, it's Target.
it's got easy for me to say. Apparently not. But a Florida man who let it go all over a stuffed toy at a Pinellas Park Target. 20-year-old. I'm not going to say his name. He's been through enough. But
Has he? Is he spent?
okay, Christopher Meter of St. Petersburg was arrested on Tuesday after allegedly violating multiple stuffed animals in the store. He went by the toy aisle and began dry humping a stuffed Olaf doll, and then ejaculated on it. After defiling the Olaf doll, he placed it back on the shelf, grabbed a large stuffed unicorn, and began to dry hump it as well.
You know where he messed up? He did it in a Target. Like if he'd have did it in Walmart, people would have just kept walking. They wouldn't even look at him crazy. Like they'd have been like, "All right, this." But you do it in a Target, they're gonna be like, "Hey, hold on now, you're not supposed to be doing
Target's
that here."
a little more bougie. Target people like, excuse me, Walmart's like, honey, just let's go down and get some chips on aisle 5.
It's a Tuesday. Just go ahead. We don't have time for this. That's where he messed up.
I saw this video on I think it was Instagram, but this guy apparently, in the produce section, you got that little roll of bags. He took the bag, rolled it, and there's this woman, and he tied it to the cart. And so she walks off, and she doesn't even realize she's like distributing the bags all over the place, like a spider.
Oh, jeez.
Doing a web.
That's great. You know what? That's also like, putting googly eyes on shit. Like I'm all for these little random acts of vandalism that don't really hurt anything, but like, putting googly eyes on the produce or putting like for rectal use only on everything. Like, like those are not the heroes we need, but they're the heroes we deserve. Okay.
Man, I'm with you. I'm with you on that. That is, well, yeah.
You can buy a whole roll of those stickers like for cheap.
For real?
Like for rectal use only. Oh, you go. Just stick them on cucumbers, pineapples. Come on. And the most.
Could you imagine
bizarre,
picking that up?
That'd be the one I'd buy. Be like, right.
That is hilarious.
I tried to just got googly eyes too.
I tried to start a hashtag remove all warning labels.
How did it go?
Not well.
Still working.
There's no more warnings, so he wouldn't.
Still a work in progress. Well, they didn't read it, just like they don't read the warning label.
Exactly. I was gonna say I don't think I've ever read a warning label ever.
No.
Like I don't.
Oh, I love warning labels. Because you know that someone did it. I love the more ridiculous the better. Like you get your hair dryer and it says "Do not use while sleeping," and I'm like, who the hell? I'm gonna dry my hair, but I'm also tired.
Right. So I'm just gonna go to sleep under here.
Yeah, when I wake up, my hair will be nice and dry.
I did learn if there's a sign, there's a reason. So even the do not molest alligators, and people are like, wait a minute, why is there a sign? And I'm like, because somebody has done it. That's why there's a sign. It's always a reason why there's a sign. So
do not place chain between legs on a chainsaw.
Who did that?
Someone did, and they had a very bad day.
Yeah, like I read some of them like, but I know if there's a sign, there's a reason. So
Terrifier, the Terrifier 3.
Oh,
they used a chainsaw in that that fashion.
Oh,
we got to see what that looks like.
Oh,
and that's the only scene in that entire movie that made me cringe.
Oh,
the only one.
Would do it.
Yeah, this one wasn't as bad as the other. I didn't think that this one was as crazy as the other two. But
well, again, you already know my opinion about those movies. That I feel like everybody in them is stupid, and you know what? If you're that stupid, sorry, I run out of sympathy at some point for you when it's like you hit the guy with a fire extinguisher, you knock him down. Why are you stopping? You continue beating the crap out of him until there's nothing left. Like,
They
don't
start
hit him once and
celebrating.
run away.
He hit the ground and
Yes.
it's like they're celebrating right next to the bot, like where he is. And like, no, you get
Like,
out of there. Like I celebrate when I know that this thing is done.
Yes, I'm sorry. Like, if I knock down someone who was attacking me, they're not gonna be able to recognize him when I'm done, because I am not going to let any chance that he's gonna get up and attack me again. He ain't ever getting up. No.
Exactly. I'm with you on that. I am with you on that. So, yes.
This is probably the most Florida man story that there is. A Florida man was arrested after allegedly capturing an alligator and attempting to feed it beer. According to a report from the Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission, 27-year-old Timothy Kepke fed some beer to the reptile after his friend, 22-year-old Noah Osborne, caught the gator. They filmed it too.
Always film it.
Osborne caught it with his bare hands, and Kepke tried to get the animal to bite his arm, which it did. And he then began pouring beer into the gator's mouth, causing it to act aggressively. And then the two released the gator. They made a visit to his house, and the two had decided to film the whole incident. That's when they found the video. Kepke admitted that he was the man in the video and said that he had been drinking, but he wasn't intoxicated during the incident.
Oh no, he was. He was.
Yeah. I was totally sober.
I did this all sober. No, you wasn't. No, you weren't.
Yeah.
That is very Florida. I don't even. I mean, yeah.
Was it a good beer, or like? I mean, it had to have been something like Natty Light.
Yeah.
You know it had to be.
So they got the alligator drunk and released it. Like, all right, go back out there and be drunk in a while.
Yeah.
Here's some blue ribbon.
Right.
Yeah. Then he's the alligator's swimming sporadically. Just
he's like swerving into other lanes. Now he's knocking on their door trying to get more beer. It's a whole crazy thing. It's a crazy
Pumping
situation.
into fish.
Florida. I don't think anything surprises me at this point. I just know we did it.
If you don't want to go to work, what's a good thing to call up your boss and tell him?
Ooh, that's a good one. There was one time I had
broke down on the way to work.
Huh?
I always say I broke down on the way to work, and then when they say, "Oh, did you get your car fixed?" I just go, "Car."
There's nothing to do with the car. It was me.
Yeah. You wouldn't call the police and tell them that file an actual police report saying that you had been robbed when you hadn't been?
Oh no.
Because that's what a Florida man did.
Oh,
he was arrested for doing that after it turned out that he had filed a false police report.
Now imagine going to work after that. They just let me just see you in the office real quick. Let me just talk. Come on in here. No, don't clock in. Don't clock in.
Don't clock in.
They're looking around like, wait, sit down. Wait. What is it? Just have a seat. Have a seat.
You don't got to worry about clocking in. Just come on here with me.
Like To Catch a Predator
style.
Chris
Hansen.
Sit down.
You just walk out. Have a seat.
So, how long you been working here?
Right? And you thought that we weren't going to see it because it made the news. It obviously made the news. So they're reading this story like, okay. Like, I don't know how he planned that out in his head. There are so many other excuses. You could have been sick. That's my go-to. Hey, I don't feel well. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many other ways you could have went with this.
But when you're out of PTO, man, you start getting desperate. Like, okay,
I need this day. Good. Like now, I kind of want
to. They're gonna fire me if I don't get. Okay, I was robbed.
Like I have to know because he filed a police report, so he went all the way with this.
Yeah,
he was like, I'm gonna file a police report and everything. Do he know that police he didn't know. Police actually investigate these things. And
Apparently not.
I don't think he thought that one through. I think he was like, I'm just going to tell him I got robbed. You know what probably happened? He probably had a friend that got robbed, and his friend told his job, and it probably worked for his friend because he probably got a few days off. So he was like, I'm going to do that. But I didn't get, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go all the way through with this. And it didn't work out in his favor. I got to know where this guy is now. Like, I got to know what he's doing now.
Not getting robbed, apparently.
No, he's not getting robbed at all.
Nobody would believe him.
Not at this point.
Yeah. So if you want to rob somebody, rob that guy. You'll get away with it.
Like, I got robbed, and no, you didn't. We know about you. No, you
Did
didn't.
you, though? Did you really?
Are you sure?
This reminded me that in Orlando, there's this radio show called The Monsters in the Morning.
Oh yeah.
And, they've been around for years, but they had this one cast member, and he had lost a bet, and he was supposed to do something humiliating, and he didn't do it. And he said that he got caught in Polk County, and like the people had, the police like pulled him and his wife and kids out on the street and made them lay down and all that stuff. But then all of a sudden people start calling the show saying that exact scenario happened on Cops the night before.
Oh man. That is funny. I was actually on that show before. It was pretty fun. I got to go back on there.
Yeah, I like
Bad boys, bad boys.
What you gonna
Gonna
do? I love watching the Florida body cam shows. I don't know if y'all watch those on YouTube, but I love watching the Florida body cam shows. Like, they have other states, but they're not quite like Florida, because when it says Florida, you're gonna get something special.
Yeah.
It's never a regular story. It always involves something crazy every time.
It's never boring, like, oh, DUI. Oh,
Yeah.
well, maybe DUI, but there's a possum or something in the sea. Shit on
But
it.
it's stacked onto something else. It's not just a DUI. They don't just get pulled over and just be just a DUI. There's something. The DUI, it becomes the minimum part of the whole situation at some point. So where did you get that possum? I don't know.
Why does it have shit all over it? Well,
what did you do to the possum? And why do you have a
something.
raccoon on a leash? And where did this copper come from? And why are you in a banana costume with?
Why do you have
all the people reporting?
Why do you have an alligator in your pants?
Right?
That happened.
And why is beer coming from this alligator's mouth? What is going on?
But it happened. A Florida woman pulled a foot-long alligator out of her pants during a traffic stop. When deputies pulled her over, she was observed flying past a stop sign in a blue Chevy pickup. And then when she got out, she pulled the baby alligator out of her pants.
I am locked and loaded. Do
Ma'am,
not
do you have
leave
any
home
weapons?
without
Well, I
your
just have-
gator.
Ma'am, do you have any weapons? I just have this alligator in my pants. That's it. What?
Ma'am, do you have anything in your pants that would hurt me? Maybe.
Probably this alligator. What alligator?
That's right.
This alligator.
It's just my gator. That's just Chompy. Don't worry.
See what I mean? You never know. Like, I know it has to be hard to be a police officer, because you don't know if you're going to pull over somebody that's going to have an alligator in their pants. Like, who guessed that or a possum with poop all over? Like, you don't know what's about to happen each time you pull up on somebody. So it has to be hard.
Yeah.
Florida police are like, okay, you get hazard pay for the shitty opossums, the banana costumes, the gator pants.
Oh man.
Oh, jeez.
Dollar General, anybody?
Oh, I know it's going to be good. Every time I go to... Oh, I know. Dollar General? I know. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm ready.
That's worse than Walmart.
Yes.
Yeah, Dollar General is like Walmart's alcoholic cousin. So okay, yeah, people rob Dollar General, right?
All the time.
But this Florida man decided to rob the same Dollar General store twice in 2 days.
So he succeeded one day, like, you know what? Just go back tomorrow.
Yeah. He was arrested and charged with 2 counts of robbery, resisting an officer without violence, hindering and delaying preventing the process of communication um, to a law enforcement officer of a crime in progress. So he's like on the radio apparently, and he's just going, ah! but, but
And everyone listening to the radio was like, again, damn it.
he had taken the cash from the register and fled on foot. When he was arrested, it turns out that the employee recognized him because he had been robbed by him, like, not only the previous day, but he had been robbed by the same guy 2 years earlier.
So you got $1
in a Dollar General drawer.
He just likes He just likes this guy. I don't think it was Dollar General. I think I just think he had a crush on that guy or something.
Right? I'm only robbing you.
Think about that. Yeah, I wonder to myself, like, if I'm thinking about robbing a place, and what place might have a lot of money in the till, I don't necessarily think, ooh, Dollar General. They'll probably have a lot of singles, go to the strip club later, but like, Dollar General.
Oh no, that's definitely not where my mind is going. It's just like, I need money, but I need money fast. I'm going to the Dollar General. Like, you could have went to the 7-Eleven or Wawa. Go somewhere. I mean, you probably gonna get. I know he probably thought, because Dollar General normally don't care
now.
Right?
What is it? Call 877 cash now. Is that?
I think that is.
I got a structured settlement, but I need cash now.
Yes. Call J.G. Wentworth.
G. Wentworth.
877 cash now.
877. I got cash for my structured settlement. And and that's something too. I'm like, how many people have structured settlements? I'm like, I need to get in a car accident where I get a structured settlement or something.
How do I get one of those structured settlements? Like, how does that?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, apparently they don't. They won't let you liquidate a 401k with J.G. Wentworth. I tried.
Oh yeah.
But
can I get a structured settlement? This will eventually have some money in it one day,
right.
maybe, right. Depending on the economy,
right?
The stock market.
So what do you like? What do you like? What kind of? What's your favorite cut of meat, Wicks?
I'm a chicken person.
Yeah. Well, Publix fried chicken.
Yeah. I should have had my chicken wing necklace on, but I was slipping.
Well, a Florida man, this happened in DeLand. Florida man attempted to flee a DeLand store, stripping naked as multiple steaks fell out of his pants. The manager of a Save-A-Lot store in DeLand confronted 28-year-old Stefan Short of David, Florida, when he and 2 patrons saw him stuffing meat into his pants. I wonder if this guy was related to Jameis Winston. The manager attempted to restrain the man, but he wiggled free and ran out of the store and began taking off his clothes, leaving a trail of steaks on the floor. Police spotted him running out of the store naked when he refused to stop, and then they tased him.
With the steaks?
Tased.
Where the steaks?
Tased.
The steaks cooked.
Yeah. But there were 4 packs of ribeye steaks valued at $41. This is either a really old story or those weren't really good cuts of meat. $41 for 4 of them?
Yeah.
Well, and at Save-A-Lot, they just picked it up, dusted it off, and put it right. And spit shine. Okay.
It's like rub it off on their shirt.
It's fine. Shine it. It's all right. Discount. Put a little discount sticker on it.
On naked man. They'll be okay with it.
Well,
what's wrong? Why are these on discount? Are they going bad? No, they've just been in someone's pants. All right.
They had a bit of a situation, but it's okay. They're good. They're good.
Oh man. Well, we're coming up on an hour. Do you want to? Yeah, I've got more. If you want, if you want to stay on, or if you
we can do a few more. Let's do a few more.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay, we have a guy that we had a guy that lied about getting robbed.
Okay.
But now, this Florida man was arrested for slashing 27 tires on 17 different cars. He was recorded. He was caught on camera, and he had a very serious reason why he did it. He said that he was being sabotaged because he was exposed to secret government information.
That sounds very Florida. I'm with that. That sounds.
That's just like that's just someone who's a conspiracy theorist.
When he showed up in court,
if you had if your vehicle was one of the ones like, bro, I don't even know you. Like, what are you doing?
You've been following me. Your car is black. Okay.
Right?
It's a Camry. Okay, they all drive those.
One of the cars that he slashed was a Homestead police car, a marked police car.
So
well, yeah, because they were surveilling him.
Yeah, he had to take him out. It just he get away, but he didn't get away. So
in court, there's a video warning him that any his Miranda rights, anything you say can and will be used against you. He shouted out that he was dealing with a Secret Service government influence and was told to act like a security guard at an airport. He's like, I was exposed to secret information. I'm dealing with a federal case and I'm being sabotaged. I'm being demonized. I warned the CIA that would happen to me. That if I'm not able to continue being demonized, what the hell? If I continue being demonized more like a government building that's on fire, that's unoccupied, kind of like his head, I guess. I don't know. That was worded weird. I don't know. I think the Possum Man wrote that article.
I'm telling you, if they were using his exact words, judging by what he did and the reason, then yeah.
I love it when they say, "I'm working for the CIA." No, you're not.
No, you're not saying that.
Yeah, no CIA operative is going to tell you that they work for the CIA.
I'm telling you, Florida, everything with Florida, I really do blame meth a lot. Because and it's funny because this was years ago, but we were eating at like a Mexican restaurant not too far from the house, and we're just sitting there, and you know how you overhear conversations from people that are near you. You just you're not trying to listen, but you just overhear shit once in a while.
Yeah.
And there are these two women talking and like, oh yeah, my neighbor, there was a bunch of fire trucks and everything there because their shed blew up. And I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, you're Pasco County. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we know what's going on. There was in my area. There was I guess there was a Circle K, and there was somebody that I knew that used to work for like the sheriff's office, and I guess these people blew up the dumpster next to because there's not like the store dumpsters. They normally have like a little fence around it, and they blew it up because they were trying to make meth in this little area next to the Circle K. And they blew up this whole thing. And I'm like, well, and then, mind you, it's on 41. So 41 in Lee County is a busy street. And they were just cooking meth on the side of the road in a dumpster. It's just
where you do.
Right? Florida, they blew it up and it was a whole situation. And I'm like, I can't even be surprised.
You come into the Circle K, you get your gas, you get your snacks, you get your meth. That's how Florida does.
But out of all the stores, I guess Circle K would. Like, if you're going to cook meth, why not Circle K? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, like, not a Wawa or something. I mean, it's like, Wawa's kind of nice.
Yeah, too many people, it's surveillance. People are walking around. People like Wawa. Let's go to Circle K.
Or a Speedway, definitely not a Buc-ee's. Even though Buc-ee's does have everything, and honestly, I feel like if it's like wall of jerky, meth, everyone's like, yes,
right.
let's go to Buc-ee's. I'm not wrong.
God,
that is
This one. Oh my God, this one. Florida woman bit her 16-year-old daughter's nipple during a violent argument over money. Actually, the mother and daughter duo couldn't even agree what they were arguing about. No matter what, the Florida woman does not fight fair. According to an Indian River County Sheriff's report, Joy Young, 38, was arguing with her daughter, Diamond LaCrystal Simmons, 16, when the argument became physical.
Diamond.
Huh?
Diamond. Okay.
Yeah. Young claims that she confronted her daughter because she was never taking care of her own baby. But according to Simmons, the fight was over money. She claimed her mother was trying to collect her Social Security checks for her 2-month-old daughter. No matter which one is telling the truth, it turned violent very quickly. At this point, Simmons claims her mother started scratching her face and causing it to bleed. She then said that her mother then bit her breast around the nipple area.
Seriously, like, why were you all fighting? Because bitch bit my nipple. That's why we were fighting.
How did we get there? Like there had to be steps.
I don't remember that. Okay, that's not
Everything went out
I
went out the window.
And why was she topless in front of her mother?
Well, maybe she wasn't topless. I mean, did it say that? I don't know. Maybe she just leaned in and took just a big chunk out of the biggest thing in front of her. I don't know.
Like, I think that there's so many questions. Like, how do you get your head in? Like, did she have her in a headlock? Like, what? Like, when she was scratching her, did she put her in a headlock and then to get like? I don't.
Yeah,
There's so many questions I have.
Yeah.
I don't know. If she was trailer park trash, I mean, she might have been in some, bikini top or so. Who knows? Because it is Florida. You know.
There's so many questions I have. I gotta, like, I need to know how they got in that predicament.
Yeah,
but it's Florida. Like,
if you're trying to breastfeed, you're doing it wrong.
Right.
Maybe that was it. Maybe she was trying to take care of her baby, and it's like they just had him out, and mom went for the target that was exposed.
Yeah, there you go. I know this is gonna hurt.
Yeah.
I know how to get back at you. Give me the money or I'm biting.
When you were a baby, you bit the shit out of me. Now you're gonna
payback.
How's it? Payback's a bitch, ain't it, Junior?
Oh, that is hilarious.
Well,
no.
All right, we'll end on a high note. See what I did there?
It's meth, right?
No,
I'm just
A Florida man was arrested after being caught with cocaine in his nose, in addition to various other drugs in his possession during a traffic stop. This happened in Hillsborough County.
Of course it did.
Yeah. 2 deputies pulled over a car and found the passenger, Fabricio Jimenez, with white powder on his nose as well as a small bag of cocaine in his possession. After swabbing Jimenez's nose, the substance tested positive for cocaine. Also in the back of the car, there was 250 grams of marijuana and 13 Xanax pills. The Florida man told him that the cocaine in his nose wasn't his.
Of course it wasn't his. He was just holding it for somebody else.
I was just sniffing it, officer.
Right.
I thought it was powdered sugar.
I was just seeing. I was holding it for him around my nose because they like it off of my nose. That's how I was holding it.
Usually it's off a hooker, but you know what?
That reminded me of that story about this woman that got pulled over with a bag of coke in her car, and she said that the wind blew it out of another car and into her car.
Happens all the time.
I remember that. Blew it right into her purse. Could you imagine like a Disney movie, like the bag is just going through the air, it spins and lands in her purse. It opens her purse first. It open it first, and then it jumps in.
It throws some arms, unzips the purse, nestles down. Yeah, okay. Came from that car, officer, I promise.
I don't know what kind of wind that is, but Well,
Ah.
Oh man. So anyway, this has been a blast, Wicks. Thanks a lot for coming on.
I thank y'all for having me. Y'all are a lot of fun. This was fun. I like talking Florida man stuff. Florida man,
Oh yeah.
Florida woman stuff. Mm.
Yeah, that was my
Uh,
phone. But yeah, but that was fun. I'll have to do this again sometime. Like when you have more time, I'll find a crazy story like we were originally talking about doing.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
have you on to
Let's
cover
do
like
it.
an entire story, but I'll find one crazier than the one that I had originally dug up. I'm sure that there's better than
there's
Okay,
got to be something.
Abraham Shakespeare's story, but
okay,
um,
okay. 'Cause
I
I
mean,
know I was gonna say there was one where the guy broke into the church, baptized himself, and then stole the money. And I'm like, he kind of did that backwards. That was one of my favorite like Florida man stories because he could have, broke into the church, stole the money, then baptized himself, and then he would have been forgiven. Then he would have left. You know what I'm saying? That's how
He
I
should
would
have
have did
gone to confession.
it.
He should have
Yeah.
gone into a Catholic church, stole the money, then gone to confessional and been like, "Forgive me, Father.
Yeah. I have
I
sinned. What did you
sinned.
do?
I stole all your shit."
I got all
Uh,
y'all
uh,
money with me. got it
the
on me right
priest has
now.
got. The priest has to be like, "Oh, damn it, okay."
oh man,
I thank y'all so much. Y'all are a lot of fun.
yeah. So I found your content probably about a year and a half ago, and I've first time I saw it, I'm like, I'd love to have that guy on the show.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's just more so just moving around things and having time. But I'm glad that I was able to be on the show because this was a lot of fun.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna mix this. I'm gonna edit this episode, put it together, and get it out tonight.
Okay.
Because we haven't had an episode in like 6 weeks because we've kind of
Okay.
been on a break and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, so want to get this one out tonight so that we can, hey, happy holidays, everybody.
That's
Thanks for
right.
listening.
That's right.
So, all right, and until next week, later.
Bye.
All right.
All right, that was fun, man. I love that guy. But now to wrap up the show, we've got Sandra's husband Doug once again to cover the beer of the week, and I'm sure that after that episode, he's got a nice Florida beer for
I
us.
do. I do. Hi, everyone. Hey, Bill, Sandra.
Sweet.
So the beer I've chosen in honor of our guest from Florida. So this is from Magnanimous Brewing, which is based here in Tampa, and it is their Bourbon Trail Brunch Imperial Stout.
Nice, look
So
at that.
and it's got a wax topper on it. This is a 13% double barrel aged imperial stout. It's an American stout. It's not a Russian imperial. It's an American imperial. And this thing was aged 13 months in Willet bourbon barrels.
Holy.
So it is aged in those bourbon barrels. It's also with maple and coffee added. So hence the brunch. You got your maple for the pancakes. You got your glass of bourbon and some coffee to wash it all down. So give me a second here. Let me open it up and we'll give her a pour. I expect this is going to be very dark and thick.
Looks like a wine bottle.
Some of them do come in wine, but this just has the wax topper on it. It's the wax topper. They coat the top in wax, so I had to cut that off first before I was able to open it. So let's give her a pour.
That is like syrup.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that is not much of a head on it, but that's fine. That'll wake you up in the morning. Not so much the maple that I'm getting for the notes, but definitely the coffee and the bourbon. That is coming through rather strong, and it's leaving a nice residue on the glass because of how thick it is. You can see that. So yeah, let's. Oh yeah, bourbon and coffee. That is the two main notes I'm getting from this. So let's give her a sip. The maple is definitely there. The maple is on the back end, but right up front is just kicking me in the teeth with bourbon and coffee, which is not bad. It's not a bad thing. It is super good. This is probably yeah, this is a this is a very good beer. I love Magnanimous. I've been there several times. This is their 2023 batch, so I've been hanging on to this for a while, saving it for a special occasion. Couldn't think of one better for the guests we had on today and such. But yeah, the Bourbon Trail Brunch Imperial Stout from Magnanimous. This is not listed on Beer Advocate, which is what I normally go to for my reviews, but it is listed on Untapped, and that's my secondary source of ranking beers and such. But it's a 4.3 out of 5 on Untapped, which is really good. Several hundred reviews. Makes sense. This is an amazing beer.
Excuse me.
But yeah, super good, nice, dark, thick, hearty, and reminds me of brunch. So there you go.
Looks like you could lubricate your engine with that.
Oh yeah. This is as close to WD-4 or not WD-40, 10W30 as you can get. 10W30.
Well, it looks good.
That is delightful. Yes, very good. And anyone in the Tampa area, highly recommend checking out Magnanimous. They're really, really known for their dark beers here in Florida. There's two breweries, Angry Chair and Magnanimous, both very, very good on the dark beer game. Like their dark beer game is strong with those two breweries. A lot of other breweries do good dark beers in Florida, don't get me wrong. A lot of good brews out there, but Magnanimous and Angry Chair both excellent for dark beers.
He's going back for more.
You would like to be drunk before noon.
It's afternoon. I can switch to hard liquor. Oh wait, there's hard liquor in.
Oh man. So
anyway,
it's beer.
But
it's
there you
beer
go.
And hard liquor. That would not be a good. That would not be a good night for me. That's for damn sure. So anyway,
all right.
Thanks again to Wicks for coming on. That was great. All I got to say is, what's going on out here? But and thanks for Doug for his beer segment, and thanks Sandra for being an awesome co-host, and thanks me for being a freaking idiot because of what I did last night. And until next week, later.
Bye.
1, 2, 3, 4.